So today I'm going to teach you how to make a FlexGram. And one of the most important things with this is just following the step-by-step directions. But the cool thing about it is, once you create it, you have this really interesting thing that flips and keeps morphing into other designs. And it goes around and around, and you can look from both sides. So here we have the word color. My theme is the elements of design, so I have color, and I have the different colors on it. Then I have shapes. When I take the shapes, I can open it, and now I have patterns. And then I have lines, and I come back. So it keeps just flipping back and forth to all the different faces of the FlexGram. I actually found this on the back of a cereal box. So instead of having you measure it, I have actually pre-measured it, and you have 2 pages that look very similar, and there are the directions on it. But first thing you're going to do is you're just literally going to cut it out. So you cut it out, and they kind of look exactly the same, but the really important part will be which face you glue to which face. And it's really only gluing the triangles. These little spaces here on the top are what you're going to be gluing down. So you're going to cut out 4 parts. And you want to keep them separate, because page 1 gets glued to page number 2, and page 2 is where you're going to have the glue. Okay, so here's my page 1. And I'm cutting exactly on the lines, no guessing or kind of. It has to be exactly on the lines, or it won't flex very well. Here's page number 2. And I've cut these and created them out of cardstock. So I highly recommend that you reproduce them on cardstock, because it's much easier to score. When you score a piece of paper, it tends to go all the way through. And here's my 4th. So it tells you cut on all the solid lines on pages 1 and 2. So I've just done that. And then the directions tell me that to score on the dashed lines. So scoring is as simple as you open up your scissors, and you're going to scratch the surface so you can get a nice line on these. Right, so I'm scratching all of my dashed lines. And here's okay, so you're just scratching the surface of the paper, and by doing that, see, it folds beautifully. Nice straight folds. If you don't have a steady hand, you might want to score them using a ruler and run your scissor edge along the ruler. Last one. So there's 4 of them, and I'm scoring them all. I like to use Elmer's glue to stick it. I find that it gives me a better bond. So now I'm going to take line these up. Put glue in the squiggles. So the A's and the A's and the B's and the B's. Put some glue in. Not too much, because you don't want it to squeeze out into the blank zones. Okay. Then you lay these on top. I kind of feel like this is wrong. Hold on one sec. Yeah. So I have it wrong. It's always good to double check, right? All right, so you glue them down, and then I'm going to lay these. These are my page 1. Glue down this. Glue this down like this. I'm going to give them some time to dry, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what comes next. So my Flexgram has had a chance to dry, and now I'm going to test it out. So you want to slowly flip it and flip it for the very first time, just to make sure that your scoring worked. Rub it down so that you're sure that everything's laying flat, and then flip it again. Okay, give it another flip, and you should be back to the beginning. Now, to help yourself out, you might want to actually just make a mark. So put an A or a 1 so you know which part. There's one face. Here is number 2 or B face. Here comes letter C face, whatever you choose to do. Here's C. Here's D. And now I'm back to A. So you have 4 faces that you're going to see. And I highly recommend you come up with 4 different ideas on one theme, as I did mine with the elements of design. Now, one of the things I want to recommend, color it with colored pencils, crayons, or use watercolor markers, but not Sharpie. See what happened? The Sharpie came through from my patterns. So you can see ghost prints from some of the coming through the cardstock, even though it's cardstock. So check your supplies before you use them so they don't ruin your designs. But good luck creating this fun, flexible Flexigram. Have fun.